Hi everyone, welcome to this video. In this video I'm going to solve probability 2024 GC. So in this video we are going to know how to draw a tree diagram and also how to calculate the probability if you have different colors. So this is just a continuation on the previous video which I solved for 2024 in 10. So before I start, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video so that I can make more videos like this. So the question is saying a box contains 6 identical beads, 2 of them which are red and the rest are green. Then 2 beads are selected at random from the box, one after the other without replacement. So the question is asking us to draw a tree diagram and illustrate what? The information. So the first thing you need to do is you need first to find the number of what? Of green beads, because we only have the number of what? Red beads. But since they have told us that in the box we have 6 identical beads, so if we just subtract 6 minus 2, we'll get what? The number of green. So we say green is equals 6 minus 2, which is equals to 4. Then red we have 2. So now that we have represented the question in this form, we can now start drawing the tree diagram. So what you need to know before you start drawing the tree diagram is that the tree diagram, it represents the 2 peaks. The question is saying 2 beads, meaning they got 2 beads from the what? From the box, which means they didn't pick them both at the same time, but one after the other without what? Replacement. So meaning if we have a box here and this is the same box, then here we have 6 marbles, so they will pick one, then they remain with what? 5. Again they will pick from this 5 to remain with what? 4. So for every pick, remember the number drops of the total beads, because one is taken without replacement. So you need to understand that information as we start. So how can we draw now the what? The tree diagram. So the tree diagram, as I told you, it represents the what? It represents the number of peaks. So you say first peak in the first round, then you draw. So remember, you have to put here the color you have been given. So in our case we have red and green. So as I said earlier here, in the first round we have how many beads? We have 6 identical beads. So that's the total. So remember, always probability, you have to find first the total, so that you are now calculating the chances out of the total. So the total we have in the first round is 6. They haven't picked anything, so you say 6. So now what will be the number on top? So the number on top will be now how many marbles are in the first pick. So we say in the first pick, we had what? In the first pick, red was what? 2. So you say 2 out of what? 6. Then green was what? Was 4 out of 6. Yeah. Now most of you here, you can simplify because 2 can go into 6. Yeah. But for those that can't manage, just leave it the way it is. Yeah. Then once you do this, you are done with the first pick. Now you come to the second pick. Yeah. So the second pick, remember, you have to draw 2 because it's the second pick. Why am I drawing 4 instead of 2? So remember, this is probability, chances. So let's say in the first round you got red, right? Yeah. So in the second chance, you can either get red or green. Again, if in the first pick again, the chances for green were 6, right? After now you have removed 1 ball. How many chances of green? So the chances change. Yeah. So again, remember here you replace with R, which stands for red, green, red, and green. So this is the second pick. So remember, I told you in the first round we had 6 marbles, but the marble which was taken wasn't replaced. So meaning after the first pick, we remained with 5 marbles now. So we remained with 5 as the what? The total. Yeah. So now you get back to the question again. So since in the first round the probability for picking red was what? 2/6. So if you picked in the first round, you picked red and red again in the second round, the probability changes. What do I mean? So in the first round, if you pick 1 marble, you remain with what? 5. So now if we say that you pick the red marble, so which means out of 2 red marble, you remain with what? 1. So here you say 1 out of 5. Yeah. Since in this round you picked red, right? Yeah. So which means the number of green won't be affected because you didn't pick green. Yeah. Then in the second round, this is where now you pick green. Yeah. So if you pick green, since green in the first round we had 4, so which means green will remain with 3. Then red again won't be what? Affected. Yeah. So here the goal is if you add this and this, you should get 1. This and this, you should get 1. This and this, you should get 1. That's the way probability works. It is always out of 1. Yeah. So here it's green. Yeah. So this is the tree diagram, which is representing what? The outcomes which can occur. Yeah. So we said that if you have red, remember to subtract 1 from red marbles. If you have red, green, just pick the green. Then if you have green, subtract 1 from the previous one because you have picked 1 without the replacement. Yeah. Then the second question is saying calculate the probability that the beads selected were of different colors. So here again, yeah, you can wait for my next video.